Hello again, YouTube, and this is an update on my Breckwell Big Pellet Stove. I got shut down to do some maintenance on it, and I figured I'd give you guys an update or what have you. Now, the only maintenance on it, I've already got it done, but on it is you got to clean the glass on it. There, you got to clean the burn pot out. And it forms clinkers. Let's see if I got. I'm sure you guys will be able to see this very well. But it forms those clinkers in the burn pot. They say you gotta clean those out every day, which is wise. But this is the burn part on it. Let me get all them ashes out there. This is the burn pot. Ain't that big. That's where your fire is contained at. And everything. Big hole right down there in the bottom left hand corner. See if I can. Right there. Well, you can see my finger kind of moving back behind it. But that's where your auto igniter. It's up here. Nope. Which is right there. That's where that comes through at. And ignites the pellets on it. But the only thing you really gotta do is clean out that burn pot. I moved those ashes off to the side in those ash bins there. Clean the glass off, and I also fill the hopper up. Gotta zoom you out. Hopper up here with pellets. It holds 120 pounds worth of pellets on it. I've been running it a couple days here, and I like it. I like it for what it is and everything. I do like it. And also that hole that was right there on the last video I was doing, which, let's see if I can get it to, man, you guys can kind of see a little bit of that light shining through there. They say that's normal, which in reality, there's really no way to seal it, I guess. Get out of light. There are a couple reasons why I bought this stove. One of them is right. I gotta put this light on again. I ain't got the best lighting, but if you can read that, it's manufactured in Arlington, Texas. Made in the USA. I looked at a couple other of them. They were cheaper. It said made in China. I don't think so. Everybody's struggling for work or whatever. I'm going to help out. Do whatever. I believe American's best made, but that's a completely different thing. But, yeah, all you got to do is it says, let's see if I can get this lighting figured out. There's the maintenance schedule on it. Stir and wipe the glass every day and clean them weekly, but I don't know. I guess I do that every day. Ashes monthly, empty out. The exhaust passages, you vacuum and clean them. Heat exchange tube, that's what that rod's for. Now, we gotta get it to zoom. Now right there is those exchanger tubes, and right there, see if I can do this with that, is that rod that comes through on the outside right there. And all it does, let's see if I can set this up so you guys can still see. All it does is when you pour on that rod, that comes up and cleans those heat exchanger tubes out. And cleans them off so nothing builds up on them, what have you. But the only really one thing I do not like about this is you can see that those heat exchanger tubes, well, hopefully you can see it, they come up at an angle, about like that, somewhere in there. And it blows all the hot air up into the room. Which is, most of you guys know, hot air rises. You know, so I got a ceiling fan on all the time to help distribute heat and everything, but it's alright. Get the finger out of the way. But yeah, that's all you pretty much do to it, and I like it so far. Put it back together and turn it on for you guys. Now on this, there's a definite front It says front on there, you probably can't see it. But with that hole, it goes in the back. Just make sure it's sitting down all the way. In there, close the door. Close the hopper lid. And you come over here to the side panel where everything's controlled at. You got your 5 heat levels and everything else with it, your diagnostics, all that. You're able to run it off a thermostat if you want to do that kind of deal, but I don't. See, made in the USA. As one of my, I paid actually more for this than I would say the one at Tractor Supply. They wanted $900 for it. This one it was $1,545 plus tax. And well, I went with this one mainly because it's made in the USA. Been around since the 80s, and I figured it'd be easier getting parts for this if something does happen rather than have to chase down parts made in China. But who knows? It could, all the electrical parts in there could be made in China probably. But anyway, that's a completely different other topic. But all you do to start it is once you got everything closed, press the on button. Down here, that's your air adjustment. It goes all the way out and all the way in for no air. I pulled out right about there for it to start. As you can hear, it's already running. And what's running is a combustion fan in it. Yeah, the ashes dropped out when I opened up the door. Some of it builds up on the bottom of the door. But hopefully you guys see them pellets dropping in there. And it takes it a minute or two to light. That kind of fills up first. But once it's lit, and there's a proof of fire sensor, I think it's what it's called right there, that little hole right in there. Or there's a loss negative pressure sensor. There's a couple different sensors on this to tell when it's lit and everything else. But pretty much all you do is once you press the on button, it'll light and it'll run for a while. And once the fire reaches 110 degrees, it'll kick the room air blower on to let air blow up through those tubes, start giving you heat. And here, let me go over here. It ain't lit yet. But as you can see, it's on number 1. That's where I always shut it off at, is the lowest setting. See how the on and off button there? It's kind of flashing. That means it still ain't started yet or running perfect or whatever. That's fuel feed. It comes on every time that it feeds the pellets in. But once everything gets set and that on-off button stops blinking, you can just come over here and press your heat advance level button, and it'll move up through the 5 stages. And I usually run it on 3. It keeps the house pretty warm there. We're getting pellets in there now. A lot of guys tell me I should just take a handful of pellets and toss in there and throw gel on it and light it and be done with it, but I don't know. It's still brand new, still a new toy, I guess. Don't really want to screw it up. But, kill the light. Oh. See that glow down in there? Probably not. There's a little bit of flame glow starting to happen. It's about ready to kick off. Now this is the only time right here. I don't know if you guys probably can't see that, but it is blowing a little bit of smoke inside there. well, I guess you can kind of see it because everything's getting lit and everything. But it's the only time I've ever seen this thing put out any smoke, period. It's going to be one long video, and as soon as she lights, I'll be done. Oh, there she goes. And she's lit. And now that whistling ain't nothing like that, but I'm just doing that because she's still lighting. Once she gets lit, you can select your different heat levels and adjust the flame and so on and so forth. In my last video, I was still learning on how to do that and everything, but we pretty much almost got it figured out now, especially since you read directions. It kind of helps. If you guys got any more questions or whatever, feel free to ask. Thanks for watching.